Good morning,
Good
Miss.
morning, doctor.
I
Good
will,
morning.
good morning, all of you, Habibti, Habibati. I'll share with you this quote, a very nice quote. I like it, and I want to hear your opinion about it. You like it or not, and tell me why. Okay, this is it. It's about you, women. Read it carefully. Is it clear?
Yes, doctor.
Yes, doctor.
Yes, Doctor.
Okay. You like it or not? What do you say?
Yes.
Who is talking? Tell me your name and say something.
Me, miss.
Who is it? Because when I share a window, I can't see your faces, unfortunately. I can't see the name.
Noor Hussein.
Or, okay.
Yes, miss. It is a very nice quote.
Quote. Yes.
Quote.
Why?
It is so powerful.
So powerful.
To
Good.
show how women is powerful.
Yes, women are powerful because we are
Are
talking about women
powerful.
in
Yes.
general. Yes, good.
Yes, doctor.
Yes, what else? Who else? Very good, Noor. Thank you, Noor Hussein. Mawadda. Yes.
Yes, doctor. For me, it's a very good quote. I feel that
Quote.
talking about cool.
Mawadda, I
Okay.
need quote. Yes.
Okay, I think it's talking about the powerful, also as Noor said, the powerful of the woman. Also talking about different kind of women. Some of them like fire, some of them like candles, like some of them very strong, some of them very calm, something like this.
That's good. Who else? Other volunteers. What do you say? Are you candles? Just like candles or sparks? You know the meaning of spark? What is a spark? شرارة. بعضها مثل الشرارة وبعضها مثل الشمعة. So all of you ladies, all of you are different types of fire. Some of you are what? Are a huge fire. But all of you are enlightening. كلكم قاعدة تنورون. So all of you ladies are powerful enough to be just like fire. You are the source of heat, warmth, light. So you have to be very proud of yourself. Okay? In each lecture, we are going to start with a specific quote, either first to have something inspirational to start our lecture, and to have some discussion, a sort of mutual discussion about the type of translation. Is it a good one? Did the translator convey its meaning correctly, adequately, or what do you say? In your opinion, what about the translation? Is it a good one? Concerning the translation of this quote, Farah.
Miss, I think it is a good translation from the target language to the from the source
From the
language to
source.
the target language.
Yes, good. How did you consider it a good one?
Miss, because it is convey the meaning or
Good.
convey the message that the
Yes,
writer or
because
the author want to deliver.
good. So the meaning wanted by the intended by the author is delivered from the source language into the target language. Good. By the way, Farah and the class, all of you, remember that I've asked you to be ready. There might be a source of a quiz, right? I've given
Yes,
you
Miss.
an assignment in the previous lecture. So concerning Farah's explanation of this quote, she said something very important, which is similar to a definition given by a translation scholar. Who is it? If you have read the assignment, have you read it? A minute, Farah. Have you read the assignment? Or I
Yes, Miss.
have to make a quiz? What about the rest? First of all, let me check your names. Okay, the last group today is group 4. I'll start with Fatima Ali. Where are you, Fatima? Fatima Ali. Ladies, be honest with me. Try to be physically and mentally present, not only your names. Don't be electronically present, that's it. If I call you by name and you don't answer, you'll be absent. So, Fatima Ali, is she here or absent? Absent. Fatima Safa.
Yes,
Where
doctor.
are you, Fatima? Yes, good. Fatima Safa.
أي نعم
Fatima
دكتور.
Majid. Fatima Majid.
Yes,
Farah Habib,
دكتورة.
lower hand. Okay, Fatima Majid, thank you. Fatima Muhammad.
Yes, doctor.
Good. Farah Kamil, she is here. Fayha.
Yes,
Fayha
doctor.
Hassan.
I'm here.
Yes,
Yes,
thank
doctor.
you. Thank you. Kawthar. Kawthar Talib.
Yes, doctor.
Yes, thank you. Liqa.
Yes, doctor.
Thank you.
Yes.
Maryam
Yes.
Iskandar. Maryam. Absent. Maryam Abdul Sattar.
Yes, doctor.
Maryam Abayad.
Yes, doctor.
Maryam Majid.
Yes, miss.
Fatma Salim. Fatma Salim absent. Fatma Shihab. Absent. Manal Jum'a. Manal. Absent. Mawadda, she is here. Okay, Fatma Riyad.
Yes, miss.
Yes, thank you. Maysa Zamil. Maysa. Absent. Maysa Muhammad.
Yes, doctor.
Yes, thank you. Mina Ghassan.
Yes, doctor.
Thank you. Nada Khalid.
Yes, doctor.
Nada Adnan.
Yes, doctor.
Narjis.
Yes, doctor.
Nisreen. Nisreen. Absent. Namarak.
Yes, doctor.
Where are you? Good. Nuha.
Yes, doctor.
Nuha Aid.
Yes, doctor.
Nawar. Nawar. Absent. Nur al-Huda. Nur al-Huda. Absent. Nur Ibrahim.
Yes, miss.
Most welcome, all of you. Nur Hussein.
Yes, miss.
Where are you?
Yes.
Yes, good. Nur Saad.
Yes, doctor.
A minute. A minute, please. I have to drink some water. I've been lecturing from the very morning. Nur Saad.
Yes, doctor.
Okay, Nur Shakir. Nur Shakir.
Yes, miss.
Okay, Nur Amir.
Yes, doctor. Yes,
Nur Abid.
Yes, doctor.
Hajar is here. Hiba Adil.
Yes, doctor. I'm here.
I know. Hiba Adil.
Yes, doctor.
Hadil Mahmoud.
Yes, doctor.
Where are you, Hadil?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm here.
ولا أسعد.
Yes, doctor.
ولا ولا عاصم.
Yes, doctor.
Yes, thank you. ياسمين.
Yes,
Where's
doctor.
Yasin? Thank you. يقين عمار.
Yes. Yes,
Yes.
doctor.
Good. يقين قاسم.
Yes, doctor.
عذراء جاسم.
Yes, doctor.
Yes, thank you. So, ladies, we have been talking about what Farah has said about the translation as a process. There is a similar definition in your assignment that talks about what Farah has has mentioned concerning the translation in general? What is it? You've read the assignment? So, Nada Adnan, good.
Yes, doctor.
There are different definitions given by translation scholars. So which one was similar to what Farah has said?
Is the process of transferring message or meaning from source language to target language.
Okay, this is a general one. Okay, good. What about the other definitions? Have you read them? Have you read the other definitions by different translation scholars?
Yes, miss.
Yes. What is it? Hajar.
Yes, doctor. There are many definitions about the translation.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I read the definition of Catford. I think it is similar to this.
In your opinion, which one is the most comprehensive definition that covers all the aspects of translation?
I think the definition of Catford, doctor.
Of Catford? Yes. Why?
Yeah. When he said it is a process. Yeah, doctor, he said it is a process of substituting a text in one language for a text in another one. Or another word, it is the replacement of the literal meaning of the text or word in equivalent to another language.
Okay. Do scholars concentrate on literal meaning, in your opinion? Do they prefer literal meaning?
No, not all of them.
Okay, you think that Catford is talking about the literal transference of a text?
Yeah.
Okay, Liqa, good, Hajar. Liqa, what do you say?
Yes, doctor. I see the definition of Newmark. Because
by the way, Liqa, his name is Peter Newmark. He is one of the most important translation scholars. Yes.
He said that the translation is rendering the meaning of a text into another language in the way that the author intended the text.
What does it mean intended the text? Which way?
Yes. What the author may mean or to convey, as Farah said, to convey the meaning of what the author wants to say.
What does it mean? As the author intended, Newmark is concentrating on this element. All of the scholars in general, they are talking about how meaning is transferred from one language, which they call the source text, into another language, which they call the target text. Newmark added another element, which is, he says that the translator take care of the way the writer intended. What does it mean? What does it mean?
What he to convey his message or what he his ideas or his thoughts in another language.
Good. Okay, Liqa. What about you, class? Have you read this definition? What does it mean? To render the text as the writer intended. What he is talking about? What does it mean as the writer intended? What's the meaning of intended? Wala, Asim has left the meeting. Why, Wala? Nur al-Huda has left the meeting. Those who leave the meeting, gives me a hint about them. Ladies, don't leave the meeting. Don't leave the class. You are not allowed. This is your lecture. Everything is recorded. Tell them later. If they don't get back, they will be what? They will be absent.
دكتورة مرات يقطع النت ويطلعون ويرجعون يدخلون.
دكتورة أنا أسفة
لحد الآن ما رجعوا. اللي ما يرجع خلص بعد. ما يريد ما
دكتورة.
اوكي يس.
دكتورة أنا آسفة على المقاطعة بس يعني أنا النت يمي دا يفصل بحيث الصوت من تتحدثين حضرتك مدى ينسمع يمي.
Who is talking now? من دي يحكي نوار؟
Yes miss.
هي ستي موجودة مش دا شوف ايش دا يطلع اللي تغادر فلانة someone has left the meeting. Someone has joined the meeting. اعطيني إشارة بنات. مبين متقطع، مبين اكو مشكله، بس يطلع وما يرجع مبين بعد هذا.
اي استاذة بس النت من يضعف من تحكين، يعني هسه قبل شوية قال يعني ناديتي اسمي وسجلتيني غياب، أنا موجودة والله بس على مود النت يفصل ما أسمع.
Write your name in the chat box when you have such kind of a problem. Nawar حبيبتي and the rest. When you have such kind of a problem, write it in the chat box. Okay. Concerning the definitions, Nur Saad, you are raising your hand.
Doctor, you question us that what the meaning of intended. It's mean المقصود يعني إنه intended
by the writer. Yes, he is talking. Newmark is talking about one important. Okay, Nur al-Huda, I've seen you. About one important element in translation, which is the intention of the author, the intention of the original writer. When the writer has written the text, what was his intention? The translator has to put in mind this thing when translating. This is the opinion of Peter Newmark. For instance, in the exam, when I ask you about the different definitions of translation, we have different translation scholars who have given their definitions. One of them is different than the other. Newmark, for instance, is talking about the intention of the author. Naida, what about Naida? N-I-D-A. Nawar and Nur al-Huda, you are here. Okay, I've seen you in the chat. What about Naida? He said something about translation. He added something, another most important element. What is it? If you have read the assignment, ladies. Fatma Abdul Rasul.
Dr. Fatma Muhammad, not Fatma Abdul Rasul.
I see just Abdul Rasul.
Yes, this is my grandfather's name.
Okay.
Yes, doctor. Doctor, for me, I see the most important definition for me, Nida and Tiber in 1982, when they defined the translating as translating consists in reproducing in the recapture language the closest natural equivalent of the source language message. Here, this definition is more comprehensive than the others. Why? Because they just make this translation as related to the problems of language, meaning, and equivalence.
Yes, very good. Here, Fatma, you come across the term equivalent meaning. What does it mean? Equivalent meaning.
Equivalence, it means in Arabic التكافؤ. That is to me.
What does it mean? Naida is talking, ladies, very good, Fatma. Naida and Tapper, they presented a very comprehensive definition of translation. They say that translation is a process by which the natural equivalent of the original meaning should be created in the target language. That you have to create a natural equivalent. Equivalent معناه المكافئ أو المقابل. Natural, what does it mean natural?
طبيعي.
Here, what does it mean natural equivalent? شنو معنى المكافئ الطبيعي? Does it have any sense for you? No, because you didn't know it before. This is for the first time you come across such kind of a term. In the translation, ladies, sometimes you translate literally. Although, by the way, one of the students said that I didn't read the assignment concerning the assignment of today because I didn't withdraw it from the classroom, from Google Classroom. What's the meaning of withdraw it? شو معناها؟ هي قاعد تشرح تقول أنا ما قرأت لأن أنا because I didn't withdraw the assignment from Google Classroom. فرح.
Miss, if we translated it literally, which means سحب المادة from classroom.
Means what?
سحب.
Yes, very good. Here, she is explaining the text. She is translating herself literally. Did she present a natural equivalent? هي ايش كانت تقصد؟ فرح.
I think she means that she didn't have the material that should be لا the material.
Yes, it was this assignment was posted on your Google Classroom, right? All of you ladies. It was on your Google Classroom, but the student didn't have the chance to download it. She means that she didn't download it. She used the word withdraw instead of download. Here, Farah understood the meaning, but did she create a natural equivalence in English? Here, this is هذا التكافؤ الطبيعي يا فاطمة محمد and the rest. تفهمون بنات ايش دا يصير؟ نايدة عرفنا الترجمة قال هي عملية إيجاد مكافئ طبيعي وين باللغة الهدف. It is the process of finding a natural equivalent meaning in the target language. شنو يعني natural equivalent meaning؟ لازم ألقى المقابل اللي يناسب المعنى تماما، اللي من السمعين تحسين كأنما النص مكتوب بلغتك. So the student, when she said that I couldn't withdraw the assignment, it doesn't make any sense in the target language, because in English they don't say withdraw. When you check the meaning of withdraw in a dictionary, معناها يسحب. For instance, to withdraw the forces from the battlefield، يسحب القوات من ساحة المعركة. هنا هي بهذا المثال ما كان تقصد انه تسحب فد شيء، كان تقصد تنزل، but she didn't choose a natural equivalent. That's why, although meaning is almost understood, but she didn't give us a natural equivalent meaning. هذا الفرق. عرفتوا شنو معنى natural equivalent meaning؟ لما تقدمين لي مكافئ فد معنى معين، لازم اللي يسمعه صاحب اللغة مني يسمعه يحسه كأنما مكتوب بلغته. I will give you today different examples to show what does it mean to have a natural equivalent. Okay? You have a question up to now. Is it understood?
Yes, doctor.
Okay. What about the other definitions? There are other important definitions in this assignment. Even concerning Naida. Naida added another important thing to his definition.
Doctor, may I, Doctor?
Nergis, yes. Okay,
yes.
Nergis, go ahead.
So, Doctor, Naida in 1974, she translated. A translation can simply be defined as a process of returning meanings, ideas, or messages of a text from one language to another language.
Yes, he added something important. What is it? Naida asked translator to pay attention to a very important element. What is it? If you have read it carefully. By the way, you didn't read the assignment carefully, and if you had a quiz, some of you won't take a good mark because you didn't read it fully. So next time when I give you an assignment, you have to be careful that might be a sudden quiz. So Naida added another important element to his definition, which is effect. He stresses that translation is a process by which the translator must be very careful in reproducing the effect. You know the meaning of effect, التأثير. The effect of the original text in the target text. يقول لما تترجمون لازم تخلقون نفس التأثير الموجود باللغة الأصلية، ألقى التأثير هذا موجود باللغة الهدف. يعني من تقرين الناس وتتأثرين به. Just like this quote. When you look at it, ladies. See this quote?
Yes, miss.
What about the effect? Is it created? Is it created in the target text when you've read the text in English? Did it affect you? أثرت بي?
Yes, doctor.
Okay. Now, what about the translation? Did it convey, did it create or reproduce the same effect? When you've read it, did you feel that it has a certain effect upon you? On you?
Yes, doctor.
So is it a good translation, Fatma?
Yes, doctor.
So in other times, if I ask you, is it a good translation? You can analyze a text according to the definitions of those scholars. See, some of them, just like Naide, say that if you have to consider a translation as being good, it must have the effect in the target text. مفهوم؟
Yes, miss.
Yes, doctor.
By the way, if you have read the definitions, you come across the name Hatem and Mason. Hatem, you've seen it?
Yes, miss.
Yes, he is one of the most important translation scholars. By the way, he is of an Iraqi origin. And هذا أخونا أفخره. Hatem, Basil Hatem, one of the most important translation scholars. Hatem defines the translation as being a process as a whole. He is not concerned with how meaning is transferred. He pays attention to the process as a whole, as how the translator himself or herself are working. If you read the definition, who reads the definition right now? Farah.
Yes, miss. Miss, because he says that translation, it is the process of transferring a written text from source language to target language. So he is not concerning with the meaning. He is concerned with the translation as a process.
Yes, what does it mean as a process? Translation as a process. هو مشغول بالترجمة كل العملية. He pays attention to the choices or decisions made by a translator. He pays attention to the process of rendering meaning. I'll give you different examples to explain these various definitions of translation. All in all, they concentrate on paying attention to meaning, that translation is not a process of rendering words or substituting words or replacing words from one language into another. But it is what? It is a process of transferring meaning. You have to look for meaning, not to be conceived by words. Now, I'll share with you another file. For instance, one of the students asked me about envy, الحسد in Arabic. Remember the natural equivalent? When you check a dictionary, for instance, or you think that it is envy, right?
Yes, miss.
Yes, doctor.
It is envy, but when you use it in a natural context, it is in English. It is called evil eye. They don't use envy. When we talk about hasad as someone is looking at our own abilities or something else, they refer to it as evil eye. They don't use envy. So this is what? This is the natural equivalent that we talked about. إنه تستخدمين فد مصطلح اللي هو موجود بديك اللغة ويستخدم smoothly and naturally. See? What else I have here? We'll come back to it later on. We have different things to deal with.
Miss,
Yes.
can we say that evil eyes, it is appropriate than envy?
It is a more natural. In a translation, we say more natural.
Oh, okay, miss.
Okay. I'll share with you now another file to have some examples about translation. We've said that in English, any translation, we are not concerned. We are not concerned with what? With the replacement of words. I'll write in the chat box. Now let me share the file first. This is a blank file, right? You see it?
Yes, miss.
Okay. In the chat box, write something in the chat. Okay, that's it. In the chat box, ladies, I put the link of the Cambridge Dictionary. It is online dictionary. Those who have the ability to check it now, they can use it. I'm going to use the word long in different examples. So you can check the meaning of long. What's the meaning of long in Arabic?
طويل.
طويل. This is one thing. فاطمة علي.
العفو دكتورة، عذرا على المقاطعة، بس والله تو اجى الانترنت كان مقطوع.
شلون بناتي؟ احنا شغلنا كله بالانترنت، هسه احنا نحكي بالعربي. ما يصير حبيبتي، احنا صار لنا هاي 3 سنين بالانترنت.
لا دكتورة أعرف والله، أنا أصلا أول مرة يصير عندي هذا الخلل، ورصيد ما عندي تفاعل على الرصيد.
اوكي. البقية شلون؟ البقية غيبتهم. شنو الدليل؟ اوكي.
ما عندي يوسف.
Okay. So ladies, we are going to take different examples concerning, we can check it. فاطمة شهاب، هاي بس هالمرة ترى أنا ما أقبل ما كله. أنتوا صلحوا هذا الخلل بنات. You have to fix it. We are using Google Classroom for the 3rd year. This is your own problem. This is a technical problem. This is not mine. Next lecture, after 10 minutes, you will be absent. فاطمة شهاب. Just to be fair enough, to be just with all of you. I love you all, but you have to be what? I have to be fair. Long. When we check it in a dictionary, it will be as what? Meaning?
طويل الأجل أو متعهد بعيد.
Okay, let's leave it to another time. We'll take this example. We take here, for instance, we are talking about the natural equivalence. We'll take the verb رأى in Arabic. So, رأيت شجرة كبيرة. رأيت لأمي عيني. عينيز. رأيت في المنام، وإني أرى في المنام. تذكرون الآية؟ بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إني أرى في المنام أني أعصر خمرة. etc. سورة يوسف. أرى أنك على صواب. You see here, is a translation concerned with the replacement of words from one language into another? What do you say? Is a translation concerned with the replacement of words? Nur al-Huda.
Yes, miss. I think it is not concerning with the word because it is a different meaning.
Good. So we are not concerned with words. At the moment I was afraid because you said yes.
Yes, we have the last one. For me, I translate.
A minute. Fayha.
Yes.
I'm asking you, are we concerned with the replacement of words in a translation?
No, it's depend on the meaning.
Good. We are after meaning. So
yes,
the first text, we are talking, let's take them one by one. رأيت شجرة كبيرة. Is there any vague word here, in your opinion? Any difficult word that you have to check it in a dictionary?
No, doctor. Oh.
Good. Everything is present before you. Everything is possible to be rendered from the source language into the target language. So, how to be translated? How to translate it into Arabic? Maryam Awed.
أنت translated I saw a big tree.
I saw a big tree. Yes. I saw a big. Good. What else? رأيت بأم عيني. نساء محمد. I saw with the mother.
I saw in the
Lisa?
mother of my eyes. I saw in the mother of my eyes. رأيت بأم عيني. Of my eyes.
My eye, you mean. Okay. إني أرى في المنام.
يا دكتور؟
نور حسين. نور حسين. إني
I
أرى في
see-
المنام.
I see in my dream.
عذراء جاسم. أرى أنك على صواب.
Yes, miss. I see you are right.
Here, ladies, we are going to discuss. All right. But when there is something which sounds inaccurate, we are not criticizing the translation. No, we are learning something very good from this inaccuracy. When we look at the original text, at the source text, in all these examples, they are using the same word, ra'a, ra'aytu, right?
Yes, yes, doctor.
In English, you imitated the same action. You also using see or so. Here, what have you done? You think that you did a very good job, right? But you've made a horrible mistake, and we've said that mistakes are welcome. فإحنا نرحب بكل الأخطاء, because when you make a mistake, it means that you are going to learn something. So thank you for those who made a mistake, because we are going to learn something from theirs. رأيت شجرة كبيرة. It is clear. I saw a big tree. Here, رأيت has no other meaning. I'm seeing, I'm watching, I'm using my seeing organ. ده أشوف بعيني. إلها معنى ثاني؟ إلها معنى ثاني هاي الجملة؟ ما لها معنى ثاني. There is no other meaning. What about رأيت بأم عيني? I saw in the mother of my eye. Do we say it in English? Although she conveyed meaning, she thought that she transferred meaning. But here, concerning the definition of Naide, Hajar, she was talking about the natural equivalent meaning, or Farah?
Miss Fatima.
Fatima or Fatma Muhammad. Good for you. So Fatma was talking about Naide's definition that the translation must create a natural equivalent meaning. لازم تعطيني معنى المكافئ الطبيعي. Here, do we say in English, I saw in the mother of my eye? Is it acceptable
No,
in English?
doctor. Can I, doctor?
A minute, خلينا نناقشها بنات. Here, although she translated, she thinks that she transferred meaning. But as I told you before, when we translate, we are not concerned with the replacement of words. أنا ما جاي أبدل كلمات بلغة عربية أخليها إنجليزية أو بالعكس. أجيب كلمات من الإنجليزي and they are replaced by the words of another language. أنا معنية بتبديل كلمات. This is not my job. As a translator, I have to convey meaning. Okay?
Okay, Miss.
So, رأيت بأم عيني. In Arabic, when I read the text, ladies, don't transfer it quickly like that. Don't replace word. Don't substitute word. لا تبدلين كلمة بمكان كلمة. You have to ask yourself, what is the meaning of this text? شنو معناها رأيت بأم عيني? Do we have in English such kind of expression as the mother of my eye? Ani? Do we have in English? When you check the dictionary, you won't find it. Why? Because you are replacing words. You didn't look for meaning. يعني شنو رأيت بأم عيني? You have to ask yourself, what does it mean? رأيت بأم عيني. In Arabic, because we are no longer natives. احنا ما صرنا هسه احنا ما نعرف شيء عن العربية. بس اسمنا عرب. We are not purely native Arabs. We forget many things about our language in standard Arabic, باللغة الفصيحة. They don't say, when they say رأيت بأم عيني, what does it mean? شنو معناها بالعربية? What does it mean? فاطمة علي يوسف.
دكتور معناها يعني رأيت الحقيقة أو الصواب.
على قولة المثل شفت بعيني ما حد قال لي. مو بالله؟
أي نعم أي نعم دكتور.
بعيني there is no mention الأم عيني مو معناها أم هنا أم كاظم. هاي هنا مو أم عيني. It means that. So أنا شفت بعيني. So how to translate it now? I'm not going to replace words. ولا أسعد.
Yes, doctor. We can translate. I really saw that.
I really saw so and so. Good. What else?
Doctor, can I?
نور عبد فاضل.
I saw with my one eyes.
Is it one? What is it?
On eyes.
Good. So I saw with my own eyes. بعيني أني. I really saw that. There is no mention for the word mother. See, ladies, don't forget this example. In translation, we are not concerned with replacing words. أنا ما جاي نبدل كلمة بكلمة. We are after meaning. When you forget this fact, you will produce funny sentences sometimes, funny text, or ambiguous, or cannot be understood. Okay? What about إني أرى في المنام? I see in my dream. Good. She translated the meaning. Here, by the way, and instead of saying she also repeated the word see, just like in Arabic. In Arabic, we say أرى في المنام. What do you say in English? Is it I see in a dream? I see in my dream? Or what? Don't they say I dreamed of? That's it. I dreamed of so and so. You are repeating the same structure, the same words in Arabic in another language. I dreamed of so and so. Is it understood, ladies? You are silent all the time.
Doctor.
Yes, Miss Clear.
Yes, doctor.
In translation, I'm not trying to replace words. I'm looking for meaning behind the words. Words in isolation are misleading. أشمرني خادعني الكلمات. You have to look for the relations between the words. You have to look for the context. Remember this word? Context. Don't forget it. I'll write it here. In translation, context is very important. السياق اللي صارت فيه الكلمة. The theme. You have to look for the theme of the word. What are the relations between the words? Don't translate them separately. Concerning the last text. أرى أنك على صواب. How to translate it? I see you are right. So here you are also imitating. You are repeating the same structure of the Arabic text, of the source text. What does it mean? You have to ask yourself. يعني شنو معناها؟ أرى أنك على صواب. Or let me give you another example to show the point. معناها أرى أنك على صواب. أرى ما تراه. أرى ما تراه. Here, are we talking about seeing? I see what you see. أمنة هاجر حبيبتي. Here, does it mean I see exactly what you see? I think some of you will translate it like that. Is it concerned here, أرى ما ترى? Does it mean that we are seeing the same thing? Noor Ibrahim?
Yes, miss. It's no, not about this translation. It's about he agree with what he thinking
Yes.
of.
Yes, very good. Hajar, what do you say?
Yes, doctor. It is not concerned with the seeing, which mean we can say إنك على حق. They are in the
Yes, look.
same.
No, just
yeah.
like Noor Ibrahim, very good. No, it is. I agree with you. See the difference? It is a huge difference. We are not concerned with the replacement with words. I agree with you. Here, you are imitating. تتكررين تقلدين. Imitate, ladies. Imitate. Imitate. يقلد. Imitate. يقلد أو يحاكي. يحاكي أو يقلد. هنا أما قاعدة تقلديهم أو تحاولين تسوين نفس الشيء. يحاكي أو يقلد. So you are imitating the structure of the Arabic text, of the source text. But you have to look for meaning. We are not repeating words. Okay? These examples tell us that in translation, our main job is to look for meaning and trying to transfer it from one language into another. Is there any question? Hajar.
Yes, doctor, which means they have the same view, the same opinion about.
Yes, good. They have the same.
Yes.
أرى ما ترى. هنا ما لها علاقة بالseeing physically, something physical that we are seeing something physical. It refers to the act of agreement. This is the meaning.
Yeah.
In translation, you have to look for meaning. Good. Okay. Any question to move to another example or another set of examples? Okay. We've said that. I've given you the link of Cambridge Dictionary. Sometimes when you have, although these texts, they seem simple, but we have committed certain mistakes. Why? Because we translated literally. We didn't pay attention to what? The meaning.
The meaning.
Yes. Here, I'll give you another example concerning the word long. When you check it in a dictionary, you will have different meanings for the word long. So I'll give you a text and see. Is an hour long. So here we have long. I'll give you another example. Oh, let's translate it. Here, this session, what does it mean, this session?
بمعنى الجلسة.
الحصة المحاضرة. We can say this is our class here, our lecture is a session. We are taking a session in translation, right? So the session is an hour long. How to translate this text? When you check a dictionary concerning the meaning of the word long, and we come across this text, how to translate it? Noor Saad.
Doctor, we translate it الجلسة مدتها ساعة.
Yes, very good. Another rendition. It might be mistaken. Don't be deceived by good or very good. Sometimes I want to encourage you. جلسة ساعة. Is it correct? Is it an adequate translation? Did she convey meaning adequately? What do you say? Long here, is it مدة or طول or what? When you check a dictionary, you'll find that the most general meaning of the word long is طويل, right?
Yes.
Yes, doctor.
Yes. So, in your opinion, forget about Noor's translation. What is your own translation? Noor Amr, another Noor. And then مودة, sorry, I forgot. Noor Amr.
دكتورة احنا هذا يقصد بها يعني الموسم لصالحنا، المباراة لصالحنا، هيك شيء.
Yes, give it to me in Arabic. A well-formed sentence, a well-formed text. المباراة صالحنا. Did you check a dictionary or you are guessing? مودة.
Yes, doctor. I said maybe الجلسة استغرقت ساعة.
الجلسة استغرقت ساعة. Another rendition. What do you say? I ask you, ladies. You have to analyze the text. You have to think about the meaning of the text before giving your own translation. مريم عبيد.
Miss, can we say مدة الجلسة ساعة? Say.
مدة الجلسة ساعة. Okay. مدة الجلسة. You see, ladies, we don't have only one equivalent. Sometimes different equivalents we have. Equivalent meaning. Equivalences are available to translators concerning, but you have to put meaning in mind. Yes. What else? Mariam Abdel Sattar.
Yes, doctor.
Yes.
Doctor, I agree with my friends, Mariam Abed.
مدة الجلسة ساعة?
Yes.
Okay, now let's discuss these translations. Which one seem appropriate, more appropriate, and why? More adequate. Concerning the المباراة لصالحنا, is there any mention for a match here?
No, miss.
When you check a dictionary, is there any mention of being there is a match? There is no mention for the word match. So this translation has given a different meaning. Can we accept different meaning?
No, doctor.
Yes, we've said that in a translation, you are not allowed to add or omit anything. Did she add something here?
Yes, doctor, the المباراة.
Good. She added a hugely different meaning. And another one, there's a great difference between the original and the target text. This is the original, and she added something new. This is unacceptable. Now, concerning the first translation, الجلسة مدتها ساعة. Is it Farah's translation?
No, doctor, no, sir.
Noor.
Noor, good for you, Noor. Is it acceptable? Did it convey meaning? What do you say? Did she convey meaning adequately? هي نقلت المعنى بشكل صحيح؟ Say something, ladies.
Miss, I think it is correct that she is convey the meaning.
Here, long doesn't mean مدة or طول or what. احنا نعرف انه كلمة long معناها طويل. Did she convey the meaning correctly or adequately? فاطمة علي يوسف.
نعم دكتورة، معناها مدة لأنه عندنا an hour يعني قبل.
Very good, very good. We have something, we've got a hint. So here it is not طويلة. Nana long, it means مدة. Okay, very good for you, Fatma. So الجلسة مدتها ساعة. Okay, good. مدة الجلسة ساعة. Is it acceptable in Arabic? Is it adequate? What do we say? Acceptable? Noor Ibrahim.
Yes, Mr. Acceptable.
Okay, yes, good. It is acceptable, ladies. Why you are silent? You are Arabs. Don't forget that. It is acceptable. These are different alternatives for the same text. الجلسة هاي مرونة اللغة العربية. ستشوفون later on when we study Arabic translation, you will find that Arabic is much more flexible than any other language. الجلسة مدتها ساعة. مدة الجلسة ساعة. What about the other text? الجلسة استغرقت ساعة. Is it acceptable here? Did she add something? Ask yourself. We've said that المباراة لصالحنا is unacceptable because the translator has added a new meaning. What about الجلسة استغرقت ساعة? Is it acceptable? Did the translator add some meaning? Fatima Muhammad.
Yes, doctor. For me, it is acceptable because it's talking about something in the past, which is mean the session lasts an hour. While here in the source language, they say the session is an hour long. We're just talking about the long of the hour. Sorry, about the session.
Doing that, this is good. But she changed the tense.
Yes.
Good. Farah, what do you say? What's wrong with your sound? Farah.
Yes, miss. Miss, she puts a word that changed the meaning. She says الجلسة استغرقت ساعة. I think that استغرقت الكلمة استغرقت changed the meaning of the sentence.
How can you correct it?
Miss, you mean the meaning?
Yes, you said that she changed meaning. If I ask you to correct the text, how can you correct it?
Miss, I think that مدة الجلسة ساعة, it is the correct one. It is appropriate one.
But if I want, in my opinion, she is good. In my opinion, this text is good also because she used the verb. But instead of using a past tense verb, we can say
Miss تستغرق الجلسة ساعة.
تستغرق الجلسة تستغرق ساعة.
Yes.
Okay. Here, in all your translation, all your renditions, ladies, you have started with a noun. So your sentences, your text are all what? Are considered nominal sentences, right? كلها nominal. All of them are nominal sentences. Can we make it a verbal? Remember my note in the last lecture? We've said that Arabs prefer a verbal sentence. العرب يحبون اللغة الجملة الفعلية. A verbal sentence that starts with a verb. So how can we make the text as a verbal sentence? تفهموني؟ المحاضرات الماضية كنت كلش نشطين. شنو حسدتكم؟ I have my evil eye on you.
دكتور can we say ستستغرق الجلسة ساعة؟
ستستغرق. You mean in the future? Is there any mention for the future tense in the source text?
No.
Did we say that the session will be an hour long? There is no
استغرقت الجلسة
in the past. We are having some notes about this. So if you want to make it present, no.
استغرقت. Yes.
استغرقت in the past. Yes. In the present.
تستغرق.
Yes, تستغرق الجلسة ساعة. Good. This is one example about the word long. I'll give you another one. Be ready for the surprise. Okay?
Miss.
Yes.
Miss, so we can say that تستغرق الجلسة ساعة and مدة الجلسة ساعة, it is the appropriate one for this sentence?
Same, yes. Yes, both of them are acceptable. Both of them are good. الجلسة مدتها ساعة also good. But sometimes you can use a verbal construction, you can use a verbal structure. Others, you can use a nominal, verbal or nominal. Remember these two distinctions? عندنا أما اسمية أو فعلية. Most of the time, Arabs prefer a verbal structure. By practice, we will find that the verbal structure is more powerful than the nominal.
Okay, Miss, thank you.
Habibti, most welcome. I'll give you another example concerning the word long. Here, it is مدة أو يستغرق. Although it is a noun, we've used it as a verb. It is acceptable since we are conveying meaning. Is there a difference in meaning, ladies, by the way? When I say الجلسة مدتها ساعة أو تستغرق الجلسة ساعة، أكو فرق بالمعنى؟ A huge difference in meaning?
No, Miss.
No, there is no difference in meaning. Both of them convey the same meaning. But what is the difference? In what? In the structure. In the structure, one of the structures is more powerful than the other. That's it. But meaning is intact. سليم. كش ما سوينا له. المعنى نفسه. الجلسة مدتها ساعة وهي تستغرق ساعة. لما تسمعين, when you hear these two texts, did you get another meaning? No. The answer is no. It is the same meaning. Hajar is raising her hand.
So, Doctor, the most important thing, we cannot add any addition, just like المباراة لصالحنا, because it changed the meaning.
Good.
Yeah.
When you add something, sometimes just like the example of the word تستغرق, she added, although it is not found in the original text, but this addition did not change meaning. She is using the word in another structure, another construction, which is acceptable in the target language. But she did not change meaning. لا بغير المعنى تماما مثل ما هو. But when you add something that changes meaning, here you have to be alert. You have to be very careful because you are changing meaning. You are doing something wrong. You are betraying, تدخونين your message. كأنما تدخونين الأمانة. Is it acceptable to be dishonest? No, because the translators should be honest. Here, when I say الجلسة مدتها ساعة والجلسة استغرقت ساعة, both translators are honest or dishonest? Honest. I answer. Yes, honest. كلهم أمينات because they conveyed meaning. But the المباراة لصالحنا, this translation is dishonest. أنا غير أمينة. Because she changed the original message. أكفت رسالة بالنص الأصلي. هي سلمت لي إياها مثل ما هي لو لعبت فيها. غيرتها هنا. مو? This is the theme, the main theme of translation. This is the core of translation. بنات, هذا جوهر الترجمة. الرسالة الموجودة, الأمانة الموجودة بالنص الأصلي لازم تعطيني إياها مثل ما هي. ما تلعبين بالأمانة مثل أي أمانة أخرى. أنا انطيتك مليون، قلت لك هاي خليه عندك باكر اجي اخذه، تعطيني اياه 900 لو تعطيني اياه 700؟ لا، هي الامانه نفسها، الامانه واحده. In translation we are facing the same situation that you have a certain message that to be honest towards. واضحه حبايب؟ الفكره واحده. When you add something or you omit something, you have to be careful. You have to ask yourself, did I change meaning? If the answer is no, go ahead. If the answer is yes, you have to be careful. This is the main theme. This is the ABC of translation. من الآن إلى الآن إن شاء الله, to the end of your life. You will practice translation differently. Every time you have to ask yourself, what is the message in order to be transferred? شنو هي الأمانة لازم أني أوديها? So you have to keep it intact. Intact يعني شنو؟ سليمة. This is one word. Intact. Okay? I'll give you another example for the word long. She is of a long face. Is it a difficult one? Is it a difficult text? You have any vague word? I'm asking
No,
you, ladies.
no, miss. No, miss.
No, doctor.
It is a very plain and simple text that can be rendered into Arabic. So how to be translated? I need new volunteers. يبقى عادل, okay?
Yes, doctor. Doctor, she is of a long face. نقدر نقول هي تمتلك وجه طويل, I think.
Okay, thank you, good. تمتلك, هي تمتلك, you said?
Yes, doctor.
تمتلك وجه طويل. Okay. Another suggestion? لا عاصم.
مس هي ذات وجه طويل.
هي ذات وجه طويل. Yes, thank you, good.
دكتور.
Yes, who is it? يقين?
Me. Yes, yes. دكتور, can we say هي صاحبة وجه طويل?
هي صاحبة وجه طويل. Okay, all of you are almost repeating the same thing, the same theme. I'm going to analyze your Arabic structure. In Arabic, here, did you follow the basic rules of translation concerning meaning? You think that you are transferring meaning. Concerning structure, you've made a big mistake. All of you repeated what? Here. Remember in the last lecture, we've said that each language has its own conventions, تقاليدها وعاداتها, and its own rules, right? قوانينها. In Arabic, do we start with هي, هو يملك, هي تملك? Or is it acceptable to say that تمتلك وجه طويل? Can we say that ذات وجه طويل if I'm referring to a certain woman? Fatma Muhammad.
Yes, doctor. In Arabic, it is preferred to start with verb, not with the noun.
Okay.
Yes. So it is.
تمتلك. So in Arabic, do we say تمتلك? Is it acceptable to talk about people with the verb تمتلك as if we are talking about something material? We don't say تمتلك. الملكية تخص الأشياء, المواد. Since we are talking about her face. So we can say إنها ذات وجه طويل. إنها
أو لديها
صاحبة لديها, very good. لديها وجه طويل. Here, ladies, all of you are deceived. You are deceived, as I told you. Ladies, sometimes words are deceiving. كلمات مخادعة. They want to mislead you. تضللك. They won't make you reach the truth, reach meaning. Sometimes, even a simple text, you have to check it in a dictionary. That's why I've given you the link of the Cambridge Dictionary. Online, it is an online, an electronic, a digital dictionary. When you check the meaning of the word, of the expression, long face, هنا مو معناها صاحبة الوجه الطويل. Here, we have an idiom. I deceived you. أنا قشمرتكم هنا. I wanted you to check meaning. Sometimes, even when it seems a simple meaning, but it denotes something else. So when you check a dictionary, if you check a dictionary right now, a long face woman, what does it mean? لأن هي وجهها طويل وشبيهة. What do you say? ندى عدنان.
Yes, doctor. وجه غير سعيد أو حزين.
Good. Yes, غير سعيد. In English, what is it when you check in a dictionary?
Unhappy, disappointed, maybe.
Disappointed, depressed, فرح.
Miss, the same. She is feeling sad or unhappy.
Here, it is not sad or unhappy. It is either depressed or frowning. Frown. What's the meaning of a frown? Frowning face. عبوس، وجها عبوسا قمطريرا مذكورة بالقرآن الكريم.
يعني نكدية
يوما
دكتور.
عبوسا قمطريرا يوما. فإذا هنا لديها أو ذات وجه عبوس. أعوذ بالله. دير بالكم من هذا الوجه. Is there another alternative for the word? It is عبوس, not عبوس. Be careful. Okay. Is there another alternative? أكو عندي بديل آخر for the word عبوس. يقين.
دكتور الحين.
Sorry فيحاء. يقين. Why you are raising? Okay فيحاء.
أعتقد يعني المقصد إنه نكدية أو هيك شيء.
وجه لا النكدي هنا السلوك. I'm concerning the face. عبوس or هبة.
دكتور نقدر نقول ذات وجه مكتئب مثلا.
or مكفهر in Arabic. Instead of saying عبوس مكفهر. Okay. See the difference between look at your translation. You have been deceived. You are imitating, ladies. What's the meaning of imitate? As I told you. هنا سويتوا. Imitate. You have imitating. What is found? قلدون إيه حكيتي قلدتي. What is found in the source text? You've rendered literally. You have been deceived by the words. You didn't check a dictionary. A long face. It is an idiom. وجه عبوس. By the way, don't we have in our Iraqi culture a similar proverb or a similar description? عندنا بالثقافة العراقية قد وصف يشبه هذا. اللي عندها وجهها طويل شو نقول عليها؟ مو وجهها طويل يعني features. لما واحد شوية مكفهر، لما مكفهرة شو نقول عليها؟ فاطمة.
مطنقرة.
لا مو على السلوك، على hair face. We are
معبسة.
معبسة. Good.
معبسة. Yes.
Or concerning a long face. فتشي يشبه a long face. شو نقول عليها؟ هي مطنقرة ومعبسة. There is another nice expression in our Iraqi culture. مو نقول عليها بوزها شبرين. بوزها شبرين نقول عليها.
دكتور يمكن قلبه وجهك.
قلب وجهها. بس هنا بوزها شبرين كأنما هي she has a long face. يعني literally and idiomatically كأنما long face بوزها شبرين. So when you see a woman she is عبوسة أو مكفهرة you can say oh she is of a long face to avoid saying that she is بوزها شبرين. نحكي بالجفرة بالشفرة. Okay.
دكتور يعني long face هذا معنى ضمني منطيها للجملة
هذا
صح؟
معنى اصطلاحي. It is an idiom. So sometimes even the words that seem simple, they convey another meaning because they are used within another relation. As I told you, there is a context, ladies. So words have certain relations together. The word long and the word face, when they came together, they conveyed another meaning. أشورنا هاي الكلمتين لما جو سوية جو بسياق مختلف المعنى تغير تماما. And I'll give you another meaning. By the way, are you satisfied with such kind of examples? They are not offensive. Okay, we are talking in general. Okay, say something. Help me.
Okay, Miss. Okay.
Help me, please. I'll give you another example concerning the word long. Here. There was a long line at the post office. Post office هو مكتب البريد. خلي أساعدكم. Here I'm concerned with the word long. Allow me. So there was a long line. What does it mean here? Long line. I'm concerned with the word long. Line, you know the meaning of line.
خط طويل.
خط. Okay, if you translate it literally,
كان هناك خط طويل.
yes,
في البريد.
البريد.
في مكتبة البريد.
Okay, who was it? Who was
نوار عبد الرضواني.
Okay, Nawar. Thank you, Nawar. What do you say, ladies? Do you agree with her? Majid Abed Ali, who is it?
Miss, can we say that كان هناك طابور طويل في مكتب البريد?
Yes, doctor. Here, long doesn't mean خط طويل. It means طابور.
Very good. Why did you give out this meaning?
Yeah, doctor, because when I translated all the sentence, we have the post office. So
Very good.
It's clear.
There is no mention, Nawar. We are translating literally. So when you translate it literally, it is a long line, خط طويل. But here, it means that at the post office, عند مكتب البريد, كأنما ناس متجمعين. But here, as I told you, when you translate, you have to look for the relations between the words. You have to look for the context. أكو سياق معين. أكو علاقات معينة بين الكلمات. You have to ask yourself, what is the meaning of this word within a specific context? هنا السياق تغير هنا. العلاقات بين الكلمات تغيرت. So, how to translate it, Narjis?
دكتور هنالك طابور كبير في مكتب البريد.
هنالك طابور طويل مو في عند
Yes, doctor. Yes.
عند مكتب البريد. By the way, ladies, she conveyed meaning correctly. But concerning Arabic, as I told you, in Arabic, we don't say هناك or هنالك. Why?
دكتور يوجد.
Yes, very good. Very good, Narjis. Excellent. In Arabic, we don't say هناك أو هنالك. Why? Because we use هناك أو هنالك to refer to what? احنا مو أخذناها هناك بالعربية درسناها بالابتدائية. شو يسموها؟ هناك. أسماء الإشارة.
اسم إشارة.
Good. So when I say هناك, it means I'm pointing at something. أنا جاي أشر إلى شيء. Am I pointing at something in the text? I'm talking about a certain fact. I'm stating a fact. أنا جاي أحكي عن حقيقة قدامي شفتها. So in Arabic, avoid using هناك or هنالك. Just like Narjis. يوجد, always. When I say there is a book on the table, don't say هناك. أنا ما قاعد أشر هسه. وإنما جاي أتكلم عن حقيقة معينة. شو تقولون؟ How to translate it? يوجد كتاب على الطاولة. يوجد كتاب على المنضدة. يوجد طابور طويل عند مكتب البريد. A long line at. But when you say هناك خط طويل في مكتب البريد, does it convey meaning? Meaning is totally different between these two texts. Why? Because in the first, you didn't take context into consideration. ما ركزتي على العلاقات بين الكلمات. ما شفت السياق. But in the second, you have paid attention to context. I'll give you the last example concerning the word long. Okay? Although it is
okay,
a
doctor.
Time, but we have to finish. All right. So, I'll show you the difference between the same expression. A long-haired man was here. How to translate it? Long-haired. What does it mean in Arabic? You see it? So, long-haired man was here. Yes? Any volunteers? ولا؟
كان هنا رجل طويل الرأس.
Very good. كان هنا رجل طويل الرأس. But when you check a dictionary, a long head long head معناها مستطيل الرأس، راسه مستطيل. It's okay. So راسه مستطيل هنا. Is it okay? What about her text? Is it in Arabic a good one? Yes, it is well written, well formed. But what about, look at the text. I'll change something very simple and meaning will be totally changed. I'll use a hyphen. You know the meaning of hyphen? Hi, شارحة. It's a hyphenated text. Idiom. صار شبيه long-headed man. هاي الهايفن بس استخدمتها meaning will be changed. Is it the same? أنا أقول لكم المعنى راح يتغير أقول لكم is it the same? So كان هنا رجل طويل أو مستطيل الرأس. Is it correct? When I hyphenated the term, the idiom, what's the meaning? What's the meaning of long-headed man? المعنى تغير تماما here. Why? Because a long-headed man, this is an idiom. معناه شنو؟ كان هنا رجل surprise. شو تقولون؟ Surprise or not?
صدمة surprise.
يعني المعنى اختلف تماما بنات، كارثة الترجمة. If you don't take care of your text, either you produce a funny translation or a dangerous or a mistaken. هو خطية حكيم انت تقولين راسها شطولة. هي مسكينة تعيسة انت تقول عليها راسها طويل وجهها طويل. So there are certain relationships between or amongst the words in a text. You have to be very careful when you connect them together. In order to reach a proper meaning, an adequate meaning, you have to take care of the context. بس احنا اليوم عرفنا شنو؟ عرفنا الكونتكست شنو معناه، وعرفنا equivalent meaning المعنى المكافئ. A natural equivalent meaning معنى مكافئ طبيعي. شنو يعني طبيعي؟ يعني مقبول باللغة اللي بدك تترجمين إلها. لما أنا أشوف إنسان كلش يفتهم وعنده خبرة بالحياة وأقول عليه إنه هو راسه مستطيل، بينما بالحقيقة هو رجل حكيم. بدك تشوفين المعنى شلون يختلف؟ And up to now, we have reached the end of our lecture for today. I'm so grateful to you ladies because I don't feel time. In fact, indeed, to be honest, time